So, was this actually a handball, and should it have been a penalty kick for USA last night in the Gold Cup final versus Mexico? Well, start off, I don't think the USA deserved to win this game. I thought Mexico was the overall better team. However, the palm of his hand is literally on the ball. So, my instinct is to say, yes, this is a handball. So let's look at the actual laws of the game. All right, so the relevant law here is when a player falls and hand arm is between the body and the ground to support the body, but not extended laterally or vertically away from the body, it is not deemed a handball offense. So, is that what happened there? Well, if we look at it here, he has his hand out, reaching out towards the ball, and his hand is on top of the ball. Now, unfortunately, I can't show the video clip because this will get flagged and taken off TikTok, but for me, I do not actually see this as him reaching out to support his body and controlling the ground and the ball happening to hit his hand. It looks like he reaches out and he actually touches the ball. And when you watch the video, the ball's rolling away from him, and he actually ends up, whether by intention or just pure dumb luck, rolling it basically into the path that he was turning his body as he was falling over. But of course this is causing controversy because USA fans are upset and they wanted a penalty kick. But other people are saying that he was just trying to support his body with his hand as he was falling and just happened to put the palm of his hand on the ball. But I want to point out a few things here. So the spirit of that rule was that if you get tripped and you fall and the ball hits you like here, it hits my elbow, that's probably not a handball. However, if I'm falling and I go like this, I think that's a handball because these two things are distinctly different. The first one, my hand goes past the ball and the ball happens to roll and hit my arm. The second one, my hand goes down straight to the ball and actually redirects the ball. Now, whether or not that is actually giving me any inherent advantage or anything like that, whether there was US defenders near the ball trying to take it from him, is not actually relevant to the law. What the law actually states is if the hand plays the ball, then it is a handball and a direct free kick. And if that happens in the penalty area, it should be a penalty kick. Now, here's really what I want to say. At the end of the day, if the referee had made the call on the field of a handball and a penalty kick with the image of his palm on the ball, holding the ball like that, I do not think anyone would debate that at all. That image on its own would have been more than enough to say, yes, that's the correct call. There was no mistake made. The only reason the debate even exists at all is because the referee chose not to call it. And then we have the picture of the Mexico player with his hand directly on top of the ball. And now people are post hoc rationalizing it to try to come up with a way to defend the referee's decision on the field. But when we have these two separate scenarios, one scenario, there is no debate. The other scenario, there's heated debate. I know which one I think is more likely to be true. Now, at the end of the day, I think Mexico deserved to win this game. Overall, top to bottom, they were better than the USA. And part of soccer is that sometimes calls don't go your way. So you can't make excuses because one bad call in a match. For the record, there's usually multiple bad calls that go both ways in any match. Not to mention, both teams will make mistakes or get lucky at any point in a match, and that can change the entire result. So at the end of the day, Mexico is the better team, but yeah, that probably should have been a handball and a penalty kick.